and we are just about ready to go live. So I'll just move these across here. Uh, if you want to get the One Ring on Earth photo, we'll be going in a minute. Okay, and hello and welcome to Lord of the Rings, the card game. Welcome to Card Talk. We are playing Lord of the Rings, the living card game. I'm one of your hosts, Grant Thompson, and with me, as always, is
Good or
okay. I think my friend is having technical difficulties with his internet.
can you hear me now, Grant?
I can hear you now, Ted.
Great. Okay.
So
Great.
as we were saying, as ever with me is my good friend.
Ted Bannock. Good morning or good evening or good afternoon, whatever time it is where you're from. And yeah, today Grant and I are doing a Card Talk live playthrough of our continuing saga campaign for the Lord of the Rings saga, and we have currently played up to the breaking of the Fellowship, and that is what we're going to be tackling today.
Yes, and I've got to admit this was probably one of my favorite chapters of the book. So, um,
Okay, hopefully we will enjoy it enough and not tarnish your good memory.
that's probably not going to happen.
Yeah,
um, but
stuff
but before
overall, Grant, how has the campaign gone for us, do you think?
well, apart from getting trapped in Moria a few times, I think we've done fairly well. Um, we've had fun. We've obtained quite a few nice selection of boons. We've gotten a couple of burdens, but other than that, I think we're doing all right. I just hope we can get through the rest of this quest without obtaining any more burdens.
Yeah, it's we've had a few setbacks. And for anyone who's been following us or watching the other videos, we have changed our hero lineup slightly, so we're not following the campaign rules in the strictest sense that there is. But this is my first time, I think, playing some of these scenarios on campaign mode. So it's been really fun to experience some of the extra burden and boon cards.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely. This is my first playthrough of the Saga campaign. I've played the quests before. I've done the Black Riders box at home with myself and my partner, but we, with me not owning the physical cards, we didn't actually progress through into doing the journey, the journey south. So
oh, I see.
all of these is completely new to me. I've seen other people's playthroughs, so I know roughly what to expect. But other than that, I am not 100% sure what we've got going on. But before we get into the actual setup part of the game, I would like to make a big thank you to Gaetan Ignini for sending us some lovely custom tokens for actual live playing. And if you want, you can check. You can send if you want some of your own. Send them an email. The link is in his email is in the description below, and you can sort things out there. So thank you again, Gaetan.
Yeah, he makes some very cool tokens for this game, so be sure to send him a message and see what he's got. So some pretty cool stuff.
Um, just so that you can see some of these tokens, oops, I have them there. So you've got one for willpower, resource, attack and defense, the four resource icons, damage, progress, threat, and exhaustion. So those are the tokens you could be getting if you order from Gaitan.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. Thanks for sharing that with Card Talk, and yeah, there you go. There's a little sneak preview of what you can get. Pretty cool.
Right, so as for setup parts of the game, we've already added in our burdens into the encounter deck. We've added our boons into our decks, and we have Gandalf's Delay, so we draw one less card at the beginning of our turn, at the beginning of the game. And we have Overcome by Grief, which after a character is destroyed, Overcome by Grief attaches to a hero. We have then got, starting with the first player, each player chooses one of the following boon cards. We have Leaf Wrapped Lembas, the File of Galadriel, Three Golden Hairs, and Lorien Rope. So, which one are you feeling here, my friend?
Oh, these are all very good cards. Leaf Ras Frumbus removes all heroes in play. The Vial subtracts attack. The Three Golden Hairs is really great because it lowers each player's threat, and then each player draws 3 cards, and that one is tremendously powerful. I think both players drawing 3 cards and getting threat reduction is really great.
Yeah, but the only problem with these boon cards is they're a one-time use.
They're one-time use. They're kind of a bail them out situation, something really difficult, when you're in a tight spot. The great thing is we do get these cards. They for this scenario they get put into play by the Breaking of the Fellowship campaign rules. So we would have them for this scenario, and I'm thinking.
Well, but
I'm
I've
thinking three golden hairs and maybe the leaf wrapped lembas.
yeah, that's what I was
Kind
about to
of
say. Because
yeah.
mostly the File of Galadriel and the Lorien Rope aren't usually. I haven't seen many playthroughs where people have actually taken them. So the leaf
Yeah,
wrap.
the rope could be very good just to help push through quest if we're getting location locked, if we're short on willpower. But I think the leaf wrap Rendus and the 3 golden hairs will bail us out of some situations.
Okay, well, why doesn't Gimli take the 3 golden hairs, and we will give Pippin the leaf wrap Lembas.
I think that sounds great.
So unfortunately, we do not claim the Lorien Rope or the File of Galadriel. So I'll just move them out of play.
Yeah.
And
We have to shuffle the followed by
I
knights.
believe they're already in the encounter deck.
Oh, they should be. Yeah, you're right. Okay. So
I
that
will
should.
just double check just to make sure.
Yeah, I think so because I loaded in the campaign version of this of this. So
Yep, followed by Night is in there, and so I'm guessing Ill Fate is also in there.
all
Yeah,
right.
it is. Okay, so we can. If you just want to shuffle that encounter deck, since I've already had a quick look at that.
Sure.
Um, okay, so set up Set Frodo's Choice, Seat of Seeing, and Parth Galen aside out of play. Add the Argonath and Sarn Gebiet to the staging area, which has already been done.
Yep.
Having barely escaped from Moria, the Company of the Ring flees into the Forest of Lorien, where they are welcomed by the Elves of the Golden Wood, and supplied with boats and other gifts by their Lord and Lady Celeborn and Galadriel. Then, after a brief rest, they set out upon the River Anduin.
Okay, 1B. So the company went on their long way, down the wide, hurrying waters, borne ever southwards. Bare woods stalked along either bank, and they could not see any glimpse of the lands behind. Uh, Enemies get +2 defense and cannot be engaged. Skip the encounter phase. The players cannot advance while the Argonath is in play. Oh boy.
Where
Okay.
where is Dunhir, Orgalad, and Haldia for this?
Yeah, there seem to be, I guess, some special player tricks Enemies cannot be engaged, so Tactics Aragorn's ability does not work here. But yeah, Eomer, Leadership Eomer, Hero Halden, and Dunhir all seem to bypass this.
And Orgalad can
Um,
deal direct damage.
yeah, so there's a couple heroes if you're not playing strictly. Well, we're not playing. We're trying to be thematic with our hero lineups.
Yeah.
Same thing. A few like Hands Upon the Bow would also work.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, well, we'll just
So,
see if we can. We're gonna do it the old-fashioned way
so,
because we're good at this game, I think.
what do you think of
Um,
your opening hand, my friend?
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it.
Okay, what do you think of my opening hand?
I haven't peeked at it yet. We'll take a glimpse. Well, Rosie's gonna be certainly helpful willpower, and that's about only the most useful card. But I guess if you use Frodo to get some resources, you might be able to dump Gandalf on the table. Um, a little more easily.
Is
So
is first turn Rosie more of a priority than say getting Gaffer out or getting some better cards in hand straight away?
mm, well, we need the willpower. It's gonna be the hardest thing. I'm worried about willpower pushing through. So that's it. If you want to mulligan, feel free to mulligan. Absolutely.
Okay, let's stick with it and we'll see if it comes to a detriment. And thank you, Matt, for wishing us good luck. We're going to need it.
Yeah. Yep. Been a while since I played this scenario, so we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Okay, take it away, Grant.
Okay, well, I'm going to start off by adding a resource to Sam. And then I'm going to spend 2 resources and play out Rosie Cotton. I will spend another resource and play out Fast Hitch on Rosie. And that's all I can do.
All right. I think I'll spend 1 resource for a silver harp onto Legolas. I think we'll give Bow of You probably to Aragorn. Actually, you know what? That will power up right away. We'll just spend the 2 resources and play Anduril on Aragorn. So that's an extra willpower right there. Right. 2, 4 attack, 3 defense, and got 3 willpower total. I think that might be all I play for this turn. I wish I had more, but that's kind of it at the moment.
Okay, you could always, or you don't have the, well, you could always play out your Ranger Bow, your Bow of You, and your
I'm gonna save him.
opportunity.
Nah, doesn't. Nah, let's hold on to him.
Fair enough.
They won't do anything because
Well,
we can't fight enemies.
yeah, but they can help you get closer to flipping your contract.
They can, but since they're 0 cost, they can just sit in my hand.
Okay, so for questing, I will send 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, I'm gonna send the whole squad, and just because I do want the willpower boost, I will be discarding a card for Legolas to so you ready, Gimli. I'll just discard my Bow of You, and then I'll use Silver Harp to take it back from the discard pile.
I'll actually send Mary as well, so I'll send the full team. So I'm sending 5, 7, 9, 11.
Okay, so we got uh, 11, 3. Okay, 11 from you. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And there's
So
5 threaten the staging area.
we got 18 first turn. That seems okay.
Yep.
Uh, here we go. Okay, we have the Argonath, which is the players cannot travel here. Okay, we have to go to Sangobir first.
Yep, send Gibby.
Sangobir. Sangobir when it's explored. Okay, so nothing. They don't do anything immediately.
No.
All right, the River Anduin. When it's in the staging area, gains forced at the end of the travel phase. Each player at this stage raises threat by 1. Then River Anduin moves to the staging area To the left of Fable? Oh yeah, all right. And okay, growing threat, which this has peril, so this is my peril.
Yeah.
Uh, so I can't actually do the first effect. I cannot move one enemy engaged with you to the first player staging area, so this gains doomed 2 and surges.
Yep. Now, is it just Doom 2 for you, or is it Doom 2 for both of us?
We don't have separate staging areas, so it's just
For both.
it's yeah, peril is you resolve it, but as far as I know, it still affects both players.
Okay. So next card is Black Arrow.
Black feathered arrows. Until the end of the round, add 1 to the arch total at this stage for each ally currently at this stage.
So that's 1.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're just gonna have archery 1 to deal with. I'll just kind of place it here so we remember.
Yep. So we are 7.
3x is the number of players in the game,
7 to be
so
taken.
find the right token, which I get
It's
it just
number
by
4.
randomly. I like to randomly guess, and then eventually I'll get it. Okay, so we got 7.
Yep. So we
That's
make 11 progress.
it's way better than I thought we'd do, Grant. Not that I didn't have faith in us. Oh, I overshot. That's pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Travel, are we going to this River Anduin so we don't have
I think we have to, yeah.
so we don't jump
Right?
with threat?
Yeah. I think we go to the River Anduin.
Okay. At the end of the round we have archery 1.
Yes, I can probably take that on. I'm thinking Aragorn. That is a resource. Aragorn will take it.
Okay.
And that is going to be it.
Is it my audio that's low there? Right, okay. I'll try turning it up a bit more. Is that better? Right, okay, and next.
Sounds okay to me.
Yeah, it's just.
But it might be the way it's coming through. That's
Yeah.
really bizarre. Yeah, I've never dealt with the YouTube streaming before, so I'm not quite sure how the mechanics of that work.
Yeah, well, I've had a lot of problems with my audio lately, so I thought I'd getting it sorted out. But they're saying I'm definitely quieter than you. But if you can still hear us, it's okay.
Yeah.
Right, so it's your planning. So what you planning to do?
What am I planning to do is a great question. I think I will. Let's see here. All right. Well, let's spend a resource to open the armory. I'm gonna spend probably spend Frodo's resource for that.
Okay, and it's a top 10 card, you see. So let's have a look
Yep.
what you've got. Ooh, Arraignment of War, Dagger of Westerness.
Oh, Half on the Bow is in here still. That's interesting. Guess I'm not playing the. Guess I didn't make get the changes. I think a. Let's see here. So I can do shield and bow. So really, I just need a dagger will do. I'd love to grab something else, but this will actually get me to foot right away. Or let's see here. See one. Actually, no, I'll take the. Let's see here. I think the raiment will work.
So you're going for the Arraignment.
Yeah, I think so. I think that'll work out because then
You get plus
the
2 hit points, you get plus 1 defense and plus 1 attack.
bow of you can go on Aragorn. The round shields can go on to. And then I'll spend 1 resource for the raiment, and then I can.
Use Gimli.
Yeah, and I think I'll just save the Dwarven Shields. Because it'll still get me to flip this turn. I can play the Dwarven Shield next turn.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's me.
Are you going to be using Frodo's ability for his resource?
I guess I could put the shield into play now, but I want a resource on Gimli. So if you need it more than me, I will happily give it to you.
Well, I suppose it'll just allow us to set up a bit more, you know what I mean? Ready for a couple of turns.
Yeah, I'd love to have resources on Gimli, just so he has a stockpile for his ability, so he's not short.
Well, if that's
You
the
know?
case, you take it for Gimli, because
Okay.
there's nothing really I can play right now that requires a
Okay.
resource. So I'll play this Hobbit Cloak onto Sam, just in case he needs to defend. Right, I've got a Fiend. You spent Frodo's resource, didn't you, for that open armory?
He still got one on him, because he had two.
Alright, okay.
So he's still got one.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so questing then.
Yeah.
I'm sending 9.
9. All right.
Are you sending Frodo?
I am going to send Frodo. So that puts us to 11. I'm for sure going to send Gimli and Legolas, and I'll do the Silver Harp trick to discard and return. 1, 2, 3. So that puts us at 15 over the 5 that's in there. I'd like to save Aragorn because I think we can fight enemies at the next stage. Does that sound right?
Um. Well, it says enemies can't be engaged, so you skip the encounter phase, but then. The Argonath says skip the combat phase.
Oh, it's true. So we have to actually. Oh, we can't advance until we go to the Argonath, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the archery goes. If we get an enemy with archery, that goes off in the combat phase. So while the Argonath's the active location, we don't suffer archery damage.
Yep. So I'm gonna send Aragorn.
Okay.
So we'll be at 18 again.
Yep.
Yeah, I forgot we're not gonna be advancing to
And
stage
don't
2
forget,
because we.
Gimli's ready.
Yes, Gimli is ready as well. Okay, here we go. First card is Orcs of the White Hand. When revealed, remove all damage from each enemy at this stage. Each enemy at this stage gets +1 threat, attack, and defense till the end of the round. And an Uruk-hai Captain. Allies with fewer permanent hit points than Uruk-hai Captain cannot defend against him. So he's got 4 threat thanks to the Orcs of the White Hand. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're going to make 9 progress, 5 of which go in the River Anduin, and then we do 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
And then since we can't travel to the Argonath, we'll send Gerber's in play or whatever it's called.
Sangibia.
Sangibir. So we'll go there, right?
Is this what do you mean the difference for you is very bad? Michael Laja. Sorry, I'm butchering your name.
Oh yeah, our apologies.
I hope you
Nicolaj.
don't mind. I'm just going to call you Mike.
Yeah, our apologies.
What do you mean the difference is very bad? Is it the static?
Yeah, he must mean from the audio.
Yeah. Okay, so
I'd have to unmute my audio to hear it.
I mean, I've knocked my sound back down now because he said that the difference was bad after Matt said it's better for you could hear it better. So I've just knocked it down just in case.
All right. All right. Well, thanks for letting us know. We'll see if the adjustment makes any difference.
Yeah, hopefully it will. So we can't attack this Uruk, so
Yeah, so enemies cannot be engaged. So we are done. We'll go to the refresh phase. And I will flip over my 3 hunters contract.
okay, I'm going to play out a Dagger of Westerness. So that's Merry now up to 6 attack while Frodo's over here. Now I'm going to spend one, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 resources, drop Gandalf into play, and draw 3 cards.
There you go. Now, unfortunately, this Uruk-hai captain has got toughness too, so if we did decide to do direct damage to him, he would only take 2 damage instead of the 4 damage.
Yeah. Well, I drew 3 cards instead, so.
Oh yeah, I was just kind of going over our options. That's all. The card draw is excellent choice.
Now,
of course.
Here's the question: do I go Frodo's intuition and double up on requesting?
I would save that for maybe when we're maybe if we're underneath, if we're drowning, if we're not
right,
making enough.
I was just thinking because if I could draw another fast hitch, I could possibly save some damage on my weaker hobbits. Because when Son Gabiera explode, deal 1 damage to each exhausted character.
Oh right. Yeah, that is true. You do at least have a Aorist that'll help some.
Yeah.
That's entirely up to you. Although we're gonna have a lot of willpower, right? Because Gandalf's gonna quest. Yeah, if you want to do it just to draw the cards, I mean, you would draw 4 cards because you control Frodo. So I certainly wouldn't blame you for doing that.
I'll hold off and I'll see what I get, but I will give a resource back to Merry for a feint if we need it.
Okay. Well, we for sure won't be engaging enemies,
No,
right?
it's just in case. It's like for a round or 2, just to have a stockpile sitting there.
Okay. All right.
So questing, I will send 2, 4, 8. I'll send 8. I'll keep some of my squishier hobbits back.
Sure. Okay, that works for me. Yeah, you got Gandalf picking up some of the slack, right?
Yep.
So I'll still send my whole crew, which their willpower has gone up by quite a bit. I got Gimli at 4. I got Legolas at attack value.
Well, if you're using Legolas's ability, Gimli would be at 5 because Raiment of War counts as 2 restricted attachments.
Yes, it will when I do the final calculation. Freaking willpower. Okay, there we go. 3. And Aragorn is at 3. He got another.
He's at 5. Aragorn.
He's at 5. Yeah, so I have 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm doing 13. Plus your 8 we're at 21.
Yep.
Okay. Here we go. Slopes of Amon Hen. It has a travel effect. A player at the staging area must engage an enemy in a staging area to travel here. Okay. And Uruk-hai Tracker has got Surge, Toughness, and Archery. Into an Uruk-hai Archer. So this was your card. This, which means these 2 are my cards. So I have the Peril, which is when revealed, discard an ally you control. Done.
Yep.
Resolved.
So we are up against 2, 3, 6, 9.
11. Great, so we make 10 progress. So 4 will explore Sarn Gerber, Gerbier, Gerby, Gibigoo. Something like that. So this goes to victory. And then when it's explored, deal 1 damage to each exhausted character.
Okay, so that's Gandalf and Frodo.
Yep. Aragorn and
Legolas.
And Legolas. Yep. Great. Then I think we'll be probably just going to Argonath, right? So we can advance.
Yeah, and that way we don't need to worry about this archery 3 that we've
Yeah.
got.
So we're gonna go to the Argonath. Get that out of there, and then yeah, what is our archery value at? 3, huh?
Yeah, but we don't take it thanks to the Argonath.
Oh, we skipped the combat phase,
Yes,
and
we do.
archery happens in the combat phase. So
Exactly.
that's handy. Wow. Okay, cool. I'm gonna use the contract to heal 1 off all my characters.
And Gandalf disappears.
Yep, and then we will go on to the next turn since we have to skip all the other parts of the phase.
Ooh.
Okay, not too shabby. Alright, I'm gonna spend 2 resources to play a Dwarven Shield onto Gimli. That will boost his defense to, let's see, he's gonna be at 3 attack and 4 defense and 5 willpower.
Yes, he will. Now, if you don't need money bags for those resources, I could use it and get Sting out.
I really don't. So you, I guess I have control of Frodo. So yeah, why don't you go ahead and.
Thank you kindly. I will spend 2 and play out Sting on Sam. So
That'll be tremendously helpful. Yeah, I don't remember. Does stage 2, I think, do we get separate staging areas like on the next stage? Is that what happens?
I believe so.
Okay.
Okay, and that's me done.
Yeah. All right.
So questing.
Yeah, okay. So. And use the harps. So I'm for sure gonna send 9
Are you
at
sending
least.
Frodo as well?
Yep, Frodo can go. So I'm for sure sending 11.
Okay, and I'm sending 4 with the
And we have
potential to raise it to 6.
yeah, we have 9 in there. And you're sending 4, so that is that's 15 over 9. I have a feeling that probably won't clear it.
I mean, I can send Merry, but then I won't be able to kill anything if I engage it.
Yeah, is there a
Well,
reason you don't want to send Sam maybe? Because won't Sam ready with his ability?
he will, so that's an extra 4, so I'm sending 8 with the ability, well, 6 with the ability to boost to 8.
Yeah, so that's a little better. That's 19 over 9, and then you can Rosie if we absolutely need it, right?
That's what I'm saying, that can boost, I can boost my willpower to 8.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, why don't we go, I'll hang on to Aragorn just to help clear out some of these enemies. I'm thinking if we make it, which I think we'll make it through, so. Okay, here we go. An Uruk-hai tracker does some surging into a Slopes of Amon Hen, into a Slopes of Amon Hen. 7. 1, 2, 3.
16.
So, yeah, oh, Argonath only needs 2. That's
Yep.
perfect. We make 3. Okay, so the Argonath goes to the victory display. We make another progress, which means we advance to 2A, the company divided. The river has carried the company as far as it can, and the time has come for Frodo to choose which way to go. Ooh, which way do you think he's going to go, Grant? He asks for an hour to decide, but after he disappears, orcs are discovered prowling the woods, and the company scatters to find him. When revealed, remove the ring bearer and each card attached to it from the game. All right. Treat the One Ring's text box as blank while resolving its effect. Reduce each enemy's engagement cost to 0. Oh yeah. And until the end of the encounter phase, and then we skip the travel phase this round. All right, so I'm just going to kind of stack up these locations over here since we cannot be traveling to them. Okay, so we're skipping travel, but we still have to go to 2B. Forced, at the end of the refresh phase, shuffle, we have to, well, we'll do this in the refresh phase, because it looks like that's when all this triggers.
Yep.
So we'll go ahead and just play out this turn and then do this when it triggers. So we have to skip the travel phase, and then everything engages at 0. So,
This is why I didn't want to exhaust Sam.
yes, I didn't know they were all set to 0.
Well, neither did I. I didn't realize that either, but this is one of the reasons why.
Yeah, so I think we'll be okay because I do have Gimli. He's Sentinel. You have a feint.
We have 4 enemies, which means 4 attacks, plus archery of 4.
I can take all the archery, so I'm not concerned about that. But yeah, we do. So we get to do the normal optioning and everything, right? So, well, they're all at 0, right? So
Yeah.
I can choose to option this Uruk-hai captain, right? I can just option him, and then I think no matter what happens, I think we're each gonna get
A
2.
tracker.
Cause
Yeah.
oh no, because then one checks. So if you don't option, right? I can choose to take the archer.
Okay,
Right?
I will take one of these trackers from normal engagement checks.
Yep. And then I get the other one,
Yes.
right?
And I will play feint. And don't forget you can heal up at direct damage with up to 3 because I've got Yorith.
Oh, right. Okay, so I could actually take all the archery in one character and then you just heal it right away. So we have archery 3.
Right, so if
4? Archery 4?
archery 4,
Yeah.
so you can take
Okay.
3 archery and Yorith just heals that straight away. You'd only be suffering 1 archery damage.
Okay, so I'm gonna put I'm gonna put 1 on. I'm gonna put 3 on Legolas, and then I'm just gonna heal that with if you're gonna heal it with Eorth.
There you go.
And then I'll put the extra 1, I think, on I think Gimli, 'cause he's got the extra hit point pool right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So then my defenses are first. So I think what we'll do is, let's see here. So the Uruk-hai Archer has got toughness 1, but he does have -1 defense. So if I hit him for 5, that would take him out.
Well, you could kill the Uruk-hai Archer with.
Yeah.
Could
So
kill
Aragorn is going to defend the Uruk-hai Archer. I think that makes the most sense.
Okay.
He's got the extra defense too from I forgot he got the tireless.
The Tireless Ranger.
Tireless Ranger, yeah.
Anduril. And don't forget you've got Anduril's effect.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm. It's kind of what I'm banking on. Defending player raises a threat by 3. I don't like that. All right. So he attacks for 4. I have a 3 mark. I actually have 4 defense because of Anduril and the Tireless Hunter. Then I'm going to use Anduril's effect to attack back for 4. I was thinking the Bow of You was going to kill him, but you know what? It's not going to do that
No.
because the toughness actually will negate it. But that's so I'm actually going to not use. Yeah, I'm going to not use Anduril then.
Okay, is there a reason for not using Anduril?
Yeah, so I'm going to defend with Gimli. And when Gimli defends, I'm going to ready Aragorn.
Okay.
And then Aragorn can defend against the Uruk-hai tracker, and
Kill it.
he can kill it with Anduril.
Yep, and then you can use 4 hammer on the Bow of You to still draw your 3 cards.
Exactly. Okay, so we got... Alright, so we got no shadow. We got 5 against my 4 defense. So I'm going to gain a resource from the Dwarven Shield because I will be taking a damage.
Yep.
And then I will have Aragorn defend the Uruk-hai archer. If I can draw the right key here, he's attacking for 3. No shadow effect. I will use Anduril to immediately counterattack for 4 against his 0 defense. He takes 3 damage due to his toughness and is killed. And then I will trigger Foe Hammer by exhausting the Bow of You to draw 3 cards.
Okay. For me, I fainted my Uruk-hai tracker.
Yep.
And I killed it with Merry and Rosie.
Oh yeah, 3, 4. Yeah, you got.
I've got 7 attack that can kill the Uruk-hai tracker.
Funny. So we did okay. We didn't lose anybody, and so I'm just deciding. I mean, should we burn this 3 golden hairs? Like.
No, I would like to have that for a little bit longer.
All right. All right.
Um,
So we'll go ahead and refresh.
Do you want to use your 4 for 3 hunters to heal up?
Oh yeah, I guess before we refresh, right? So we'll take off 1 and 1.
And at the end of the refresh phase, we do the divided company.
Yeah, so we shuffle the Seat of Seeing and Frodo's Choice into the encounter discard pile. Then place the encounter discard pile on the bottom of the encounter deck. So, can I move this whole thing? Let's see here. I don't think there's any function to just directly move it to the bottom of the deck. So, but it is... Okay, it is shuffle, so... I think I'm gonna have to lay them all out. And flip them over.
Are you trying to shuffle them up?
Yes.
Move them into one of the side decks in the global tab.
Here's a special deck. Are these? Oh, here we go. I can put them in the special tab. There we go.
Then
Shuffle. And then, oh, I can move all to encounter deck bottom. Perfect. Yep. Great. Yes, I do. Great, great, great. Okay, starting with the first player, which is you, Grant. Each player creates his own staging area and advances to a different stage 3A of his choice. In player order, each player moves 1 encounter card from this staging area to his, until there are no encounter cards left at this stage discarded. So we have to go through and look at. So these are all our 3A options. We have Guard the Hobbits. After stage 2B is defeated, if the total threat of the encounter cards in the stage is less than 4, reveal an encounter card. That won't happen. I guess they all say that, right?
Yep, flip them over.
Okay. Yep. So let's find out what they do before we decide. Okay, we have Guard the Hobbits, which is after Frodo's choices reveal. Okay, that's going to be on all of them. Response. After you quest successfully, choose a player, ready each of that player's heroes. That could be very good. Searching the woods. After you quest successfully, discard a non-unique location in any staging area. Seat of Amon Hen. After you quest successfully, choose a player. That player draws 2 cards and lowers his threat by 2. And Orc Hunting. After Frodo's choice or response, after you quest successfully, discard an enemy engaged with a player. All tremendously good effects.
Personally, I think one of them needs to take the seat of Amon Hen.
Yes, because I was really hoping one of these did threat reduction, so I will happily go to the seat of Amon Hen. If you want to, that's fine. I do agree with that, though. One of us definitely should. I think Orc Hunting is probably better than Guard the Hobbits. But Searching the Woods could stop. We have a lot of locations in play. So if we search the woods, that could keep down, because we're each someone's gonna have 2 locations to start with.
Yeah.
But I have a decent amount of willpower, so I don't mind. I think you're gonna get 2 of them actually, right?
Mhm.
Okay. But Orc Hunting could be very good because you don't have Gaffer out. But you do have the cloak. So I'm kind of leaning on Seat of Amon Hen and Orc Hunting.
Okay. Let's go for it then.
So I don't really know if it matters who goes to who.
I'll go with the seat of Amon Hen.
All right. I'll take Orc Hunting.
Because that's just so thematic for these guys.
Yeah, same thing with Orc Hunting too, right? Like.
Well, that's what I was saying. The Orc Hunting's so thematic for Gimli, Legolas, and Aragorn.
Yep. And Seat of Amon Hen too will be very helpful, both thematically and its response. Because I'm at 41. A bit high there. Okay, so then what's gonna happen is you get the slopes of Amon Hen, and I get a slopes of Amon Hen in my staging area. I guess kind of I have enemies, and then you're gonna get the other one, and you can reorganize that however you want to, Grant. Okay.
Right. Well,
Making sure we didn't miss any triggers, but this hasn't gone off yet. The Overcome by Grief.
No, we
so,
haven't.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Just so you're aware, when you add cards to the staging area right now, it's going to move all your stuff across to the Overcome by Grief.
Oh, because they're placed in the staging area box?
Yeah.
I see. All right, that's fine. Oh, maybe I'll set it over here.
Well, if you want, I can move my stuff along since I don't have that much out. And if we just use, say, the staging area box for my stuff, and then just put your stuff along, yeah, sort of thing.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, so the company divided is essentially discarded for now. Yeah, okay. Then I believe we're going to be going on to the next turn.
Yep. And I got another theme.
That'll be helpful.
But for right now, I can't do anything, so.
Oh, okay. Cat Attack saying you won't be able to play the intuition at stage 3 either. That's a good point. Because Frodo's still gone, right? So.
Yep.
Yeah, all right. Okay, Grant, your first player.
Yeah, I can't do anything for planning.
Or did the marker not? Oh, we already moved it. That's why. Okay. All right. Well, I suppose. Oh, unlikely friendship to gain a resource on Gimli and draw a card. I think we'll put Unexpected Courage onto Aragorn. I'll play one for a dagger on Aragorn.
Don't forget to increase Aragorn's willpower.
Yeah, so his willpower goes up, so he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. His attack goes up to 5, 3, 4, 5. And that should be it for his current restricted slots. I'll give Legolas. Oh, nope, not a bow of you because he can't have it. Warrior. Okay.
Okay, for questing, I will send 4, 5, 6, 7.
Very good. I'll send Aragorn.
Actually, I'll send 9.
9. All right. I'm gonna send Aragorn, Gimli, Legolas. I'll discard a card and then fetch it back with Silver Harp to ready Gimli, and give him +1 willpower. So that'd be 6, 12, 15. My staging
Okay.
area has 3.
My staging area has 6, so reveal 1 card for me, my friend.
All right. Orcs of the White Hand. Remove all damage from each enemy at this stage. Each enemy at this stage gets +1 threat, attack, and
That's
defense
fine.
in the round. It's a pretty good draw for you.
Yep, so I make progress of 9. So I make 3 progress, so we discard 3 cards from the top of the encounter deck, isn't it?
Yeah, anytime players can place progress on this quest stage, we discard an equal number of cards. So yeah, because you sent 9 versus 6.
Yep.
3. Okay, so yep, we'll be discarding 3 cards.
All 3 copies of the River Anduin. Nice.
Yeah, that was crazy. I thought that was a glitch, but like this deck was clearly shuffled.
And I will choose you to draw 2 cards and lower your threat by 2.
Yeah, I think I have to resolve my questing first, though. I think because it happens simultaneously, and then we resolve. I think. I haven't played a separate staging areas in a while. I think like you reveal a card, then I do, and then they go through and resolve. Does that sound right to you?
I have no idea how we do it. Just
All right, great. We'll do it this way. Growing threat peril when revealed. Either move one enemy, engage with you to the first player staging area, or growing threat gains Doom 2 and Search. See, that actually matters, because like if I moved an enemy to your staging area, would that threat count against yours?
no.
I don't know if they happen simultaneously, or if the first player does it and then the second player does it.
I think it goes first player, then second player.
Let's see here. I want to see if I can. What are we doing? Breaking of the Fellowship. All right, multiple staging areas. After a player commits characters to the quest at this stage, he reveals an encounter card. Then he compares the total willpower. You make progress. Yeah, it sounds like it might be done. It says after a player commits characters to the quest at this stage, he reveals an encounter card. Then you compare willpower to the committed threat. If the total willpower is greater, he places progress on the quest stage. If the total threat is greater, then you raise your threat, but both players do not raise their threat if you quest unsuccessful. So
So
that makes it sound like to me that actually, yeah, it does completely resolve with the first player, and then the second player goes and they completely resolve, and then the third player goes and
yeah.
completely resolves. All right. Um,
Okay, Matt. Thanks for sticking around, and have a good night.
oh yeah, thanks for joining us.
So have you dropped your threat by 2 and drew your 2 cards?
I will. Thank you, Grant, for triggering me for that. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do to choose in that case is I'm going to choose to
Well, choose to move this.
Archer.
Well, I was going to say the Urukai Captain because I'm still low enough to gain the benefit from engaging it, and I won't have the archery to deal with. The
Oh,
archery card.
I was just gonna kill it with orc hunting, whatever I
Well,
give you.
I was just going to engage it. Ready, Sam. Use Pippin to draw a card because I'm running
Oh,
out of
sure, sure,
cards
sure,
to actually
sure.
play.
Yeah. That's all right. If sure.
Do you want to discard that Orcs of the White Hand because that would have already been resolved?
That is what I'm gonna do. So in that case, I make 15 over 3, so I am going to
Discard 12 cards.
discard 12 cards. Okay, so travel phase.
I'll travel to the slopes of Amon Hen.
All right. Well, I think the Orcs of the White Hand will still affect your.
I think because it's already resolved before, my staging area had no enemies in it when my quest phase finished. You then added to my staging area.
Because it says each enemy at this stage gets the bonus until the end of the round. It seems to me like it's just.
But would
It like enemies at that stage for the round get the bonus period, regardless of when they come in or when they. Um, uh, like how they get there. Like to me, it's like a passive bonus all the time.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Luckily, I can still kill even with that passive bonus.
Yeah, as long as you're okay to take care of the, he'll have 6 attack is the only strong suit, but I guess
I
you
have
can
a
feint,
feint.
so yeah.
Okay, so are you traveling to your slopes of Amon Hen?
I cannot.
Okay, well I will travel to my slopes of Amon Hen, and I
Yeah,
will
I did.
engage the Urukai Captain, which readies Sam and allows me to draw a card from Pippin. I will then play Feint to cancel his attack during the combat phase. He still gets his Shadow card, but Mary and Sam are more than enough to kill.
Yeah, I mean you got 5 for Mary, right, by himself.
And 2 from Sam, which was 3 from Sam, sorry, because he
6, 7, 8. So yeah, even that's exactly enough with the toughness.
I'm 1 over with the toughness because he's got toughness 2, defensive 2, and 3 hit points. Takes a
Well, he's
total
got
of
plus
7.
1 defense.
Oh,
He's got
yes.
plus 1 defense.
Yes.
Yeah. So you have enough though.
Yes,
You
I
got
do.
plenty. So he is discarded. All right, I'm gonna use. I don't think. Yeah, I do have damage on Gimli still, so I'm going to use the contract to heal.
Okay, next turn.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna pay 2 resources for a Mirkwood Long Knife. We'll boost his willpower by 2 more. Boost his attack to 4. That is, I guess since he probably won't be defending anything, so I'll lose the round shield in favor of a dagger of Westernese. Great. And that is it for my planning phase.
Right, okay, so I will play my dagger of Westernesse onto Merry,
All right.
putting them up to 7 attack. I will spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and play out Gandalf and draw 3 more cards. I will spend 1 more for a fast hitch on Sam, and that's me done. So questing.
Yep.
You are first player, so therefore you do questing first.
Yep, I'll pretty much send the crew, trigger Silver Harp to ready Gimli. By discarding a card, I'm putting it back in my hand. So that will be, I'm going to send 17. All right, so we got an Uruk-hai Hunter. When revealed, either choose a player to reveal an encounter card. Uruk-hai Hunter makes an immediate attack against you. I'm going to choose to have him make an immediate attack. I will defend with Aragorn, and I should actually correct his defense here. 4. Defending player raises his threat by 3. Wonderful. So 28. If I exhaust Anduril, I will attack for 5, which will be enough to kill it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to exhaust Anduril and kill the Uruk-hai Hunter. And I'll exhaust the Dagger of Westernese to draw 3 cards for Foehammer. So I will make 14, and there's nothing to discard. So,
Now that's a shame, just seeing the Seat of Seeing going.
Yeah, so it looks like we're just looking for Frodo's choice at this point. There it is. Frodo's choice is discarded. Reveal it instead. When revealed, take control of the first player token and the ring bearer. I'll let you go ahead and grab that from the set-aside area you put him there, Grant. Attached to the ring bearer for the rest of the game, you cannot lose control of the first player token. Oh. Alright, I guess I'll be locked into Frodo. But alright. So then we're going to go... So essentially we just go to 4A right away.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Or you do, I should say. I stay on part 3.
Now, Sam, said Frodo, don't hinder me. The others will be coming back at any minute. If they catch me here, I shall have to argue and explain. I shall never have the hearts or chance to get off. But I must go at once. It's the only way. When revealed, add Path of Galen to the staging area. If it is your quest phase, end the quest phase. Do not resolve the quest.
Okay, so now it's time for
So
my
yeah,
questing.
orc hunter's gone. I have to add path of. We had that set aside, didn't we, somewhere?
It's here underneath your orc hunt.
There it is.
Right, I'm sending 2, 6. I'm sending 8 to the quest.
All right. Black feathered arrows until they round. Add 1 to archery total at this stage for each ally currently at this stage. So you're gonna have archery
3.
3.
So I am up against 3 threat. I've sent 8, so I make 5 progress. So I clear out the slopes of Amon Hen,
Yep.
and you can drop your threat and draw 2 cards.
Oh. Appreciate you letting me not throw it out, Grant.
You're very welcome. And unfortunately, I can't go to the slopes of Amon Hen, so I will take the Black Feathered Arrows 3 damage on Gandalf, and Gandalf goes away.
Yeah. Okay, so I get to go to the travel. The Parth Galen is mean to player card effects. Travel, search the encounter deck and discard pile for an enemy. Add it to the staging area. Shuffle the encounter deck. So I'm gonna do that. And while Parth Galen is in play, the players cannot win the game. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and search for an enemy card. I'm just gonna get this Uruk-hai tracker.
Okay.
Whom I will engage. I guess I can just take control of Frodo and all his stuff at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
He gets a shadow card. He's got archery 1 that I will put onto Legolas. I will have Gimli defend, and I'll trigger his ability to ready. We'll ready Legolas.
You don't want to ready Aragorn for the kill.
Gimli wants to ready Legolas, right? That's his thing.
True.
Alright, no shadow. Gimli will take no damage because he's got 4 defense. And then I will exhaust Legolas to attack and kill the Uruk-hai tracker.
Okay, so you've killed that. Next turn.
Yeah, pretty much. I'll use the contract to heal. And we can go to the next turn. I guess I'm first player indefinitely, huh?
Yep.
Alright, I'll use Frodo for a resource. Give it to him, pay 2. I'll put Glamdring over in favor of the bow. That's going to be it for me.
Okay. I've got nothing, so... Okay, I've got
Nope,
nothing,
I got
so...
waiting for other users here on my screen, so I might
I
be
disconnected.
catching up. There we go.
Disconnected temporarily, so I'm back. But I've got nothing to play, so let's move on with the quest.
All right. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Oh, did you lock the first player marker?
Yep.
Grant, you're like an octagon master. Nice. You know all the tricks that I have not learned yet. It's pretty neat.
It just comes with years of experience, my friend.
Right. Okay. Great. I'll go ahead and send everybody. That'll be 17 willpower.
Are you including Frodo in that?
Oh, I'm not including Frodo in that. He'll go as well, so that'll be 19 willpower. Thank you.
You're welcome.
He's tucked away in the corner. Here we go. I'm going to reveal a card. This is my peril. I'm going to just test to will this card.
Sounds like a plan.
But I have to reveal one additional encounter card for each player in the game. Wow, this is really hard multiplayer. One person's got to deal with 4 cards.
Yeah, but then that means that the response on the ring bearer sets out will actually come into play.
Okay.
Because basically you can choose to raise your threat to engage an enemy that's just been revealed at stage 4.
Oh, as they come out. So the other players can take all of the enemies,
Yep.
essentially. Okay. That's pretty neat. So yeah, I will test to will that. I have to do an extra card. I get a wooded shoreline. When it's in the staging area, it gains archery 2. Travel, search the encounter, discard power from an enemy, add it to this staging area to travel here. Shuffle the deck.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to be super nice to you and I'm going to give you an extra 2 willpower with Rosie.
I do appreciate that, but because we're at separate staging areas, our cards can't interact with each
I
other.
think there was a ruling in one of the games that you can do stuff like Sentinel and what have you. You just can't. You're just not at that stage.
Oh, I haven't seen or read anything like that. To my understanding, see if I have the quest companion back up.
I think.
Oh, okay, here we go. So this has a special rule. Unlike previous scenarios with separate staging areas, players may continue to interact with each other through the normal rules of the game. However, cards that reference the staging area only apply to your staging area. The cards that reference the quest only apply to your quest. If a player is eliminated at a separate stage, that stage is discarded along with all encounter cards. So I guess we're kind of both right in this instance because usually in multiple staging areas, there's no interacting. There's no sentinel, no ranged. You cannot test a will. You cannot feign to other people's enemies. However, there's a special rule for Breaking of the Fellowship where we can continue to interact with each other.
So I'll give you that 2 willpower from Rosie.
Okay. Great. Okay, thanks. I'll up my meter by 2, so it's now 21 to 6.
So you make 15 progress.
Yep, so 4 go on the path of Galen. And that is 11 progress on the ring bearer sets out.
And I will send 4, 6, 8 to my quest.
Alright. This card surges. Alright, you got 3, 4, you got 6.
I've got 8.
Okay, you quest successfully.
So
if you need the cards and reduct, you can take it for 1 round. I mean, I have a well warned, so I can lower my threat when I fish out an enemy.
Kindly.
Yeah. There you go. Well, now you should be set, right?
Down to 22 threat.
Lower your threat by 6.
Yep.
Gyre folk. All right. Very good.
Um,
Travel. I'm gonna go to the wooded shoreline.
And I'm going to go to the slopes of Amon Hen, engaging this Urukai tracker, readying Sam and Brona card.
All right. I'll let you move the slopes to the active slot.
Yep.
Let's see here. Which enemy has the absolute most threat? I'm going to take this Urukai captain and put him into my staging area. So my engagement, I'm going to choose to option the Urukai captain, and I'm going to play.
Is there a reason Gimli's exhausted?
Oh no, he should be ready. I triggered Legolas's ability. I discarded or used the harp.
Okay.
So.
Oh, and
Yeah,
I forgot to do that when I engaged Urukai tracker.
Raise the Shire. Man,
Yeah.
Raise the Shire came out. I was kind of on the fence about it, but it became ridiculously good.
Especially with Gaffer Gamgee.
Yeah, well, just like with Rosie, even just fishing out Rosie is great. Which I think came out in the same pack, right? Weren't they both Mountain?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So at the very least, I guess it was pretty good because you could fish out Rosie. But now you can fish out so many more targets, right?
Yep.
Rosie and Gaffer, Halfast if you wanted for willpower. Heck, you could even get Odo Proudfoot, who would I think trigger his ability, and then you could look at the top 5 for a Hobbit. So a lot of great choices.
Yeah, well, I am going to put the 1 damage on Gaffer from the archery. You don't have archery, so combat. It's now time to start combat.
Yeah. So knowing we can interact with each other, I can. Well, you'll be okay to defend it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Great. I will defend with Gimli and ready Legolas for funsies. Attacking gets +1, +2 instead if the defending character has fewer printed hit points than the attacking enemy, which he does not. So Gimli will take 2 damage. I'll use the contract and just heal 1 right away.
Okay.
All right. Your attacks, or excuse me, the Urukai is attacking you.
Sam will defend, triggering Sting.
All right. 2.
He takes 2
So
damage.
Okay, but he does have toughness, so he takes 1 because of the toughness.
Yep. 5 defense against 3 attack.
No shadow effect.
I will ready Sam, and then your attacks.
Yeah, I'll be attacking with Aragorn. And Legolas is plenty to wipe out the Urukai captain.
Sam and Merry are more than enough to wipe out this Urukai tracker, and Sam readies from Merry's ability. I will then spend 1 and heal up the last of the damage on Gimli.
Oh, thanks. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, wow.
After the trouble we had in Moria, I'm actually quite surprised at how this is going.
Yeah, I thought it'd be a little tougher, but things seem to line up for us so far.
Okay,
Like I actually think me having the first getting locked into the ring bearer set out was probably the best for us. And so far we've been doing pretty well. Even from the first turn, we put 11 progress, so that was things have been going pretty great. I forgot to trigger Glamdring. I guess I could draw a card when I killed that orc last turn, so we'll say I triggered that.
Hey Radical, how's it going?
Hey, welcome to Card Talk Streams.
So, what's your plan for?
You got sent here from nowhere. Well, where did you come from, Radical? Okay, I guess I'll pay. I'm gonna use Frodo. Put a resource on Legolas, and then I'm gonna spend 2 of his 3. Put Unexpected Courage on Gimli.
Yep, multiple defenses is always good.
Yep.
Okay, is that all you're doing, or have you got something else
Yep.
planned?
That is it.
Okay, I will spend 2 resources off Sam to play the Steward of Gondor onto Merry. I will then spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for my last copy of Gandalf. And well, thank you, YouTube algorithm, Radical. What can I say? I am surprised that's happened. Now, do I want to drop my threat by 5 or do I want to draw 3 cards?
You watch a lot of Lord of the Rings content, Radical? Like,
I am dropping my
the
threat
alg
down to 18.
the algorithm sends you here? That's funny.
Yep, so I've decided to go with the 18 threat option.
All right, that's good. You can still keep targeting me then with
Yep.
Amon Hen, which will be helpful. So
So,
okay, yeah, I'm gonna quest. I'm gonna quest with everybody. Already Aragorn with Unexpected Courage, and then I'll discard a card and Silver Harp it into my hand to ready Gimli. So that'll be 17. All right. So my
are you not sending 19 with Frodo?
oh yep, Frodo. I keep forgetting he's over there. He's sneaky. Okay, got a black feathered arrows.
Does nothing.
Because I have no allies.
Yep.
Okay, I'll just
Do
discard it.
you remember that, the wooded shoreline didn't stay in your staging area? 'Cause I was going to say, did you
Cor
get the archery from it?
correct. Yeah, I traveled to it the turn it was revealed.
Yeah.
So my second card is an Uruk-hai Archer. Uh, Peril, Toughness 1. I have to discard an ally control. Also not an issue. So that puts me at 5. So
Well, Radical, there's only one British man here, and that's me. My co-host is in one of the lovely states of America.
yeah. More of a wargaming guy. All right. Well, I guess it's gaming related, right? So that's probably what brought you here.
Probably.
Yeah.
So, you've got an Uruk-hai Archer.
Yeah. And is this for ending what you flipped over?
Okay. So I sent 13 against 2.
Oh, I didn't do my resolving. I
Alright.
think we actually win, cause we'll win during my resolve because I
Yeah.
guess I'm gonna make 14 progress. So wooded shoreline will get explored, and that means I'll put uh in progress on the ring bearer sets out, and it says when the stage is defeated, the players win the game.
Yeah, thanks, Radical, and have a good night.
Yeah, thanks for hopping on. Well, how about that? How about that, Grant? After all that Moria trouble, breaking the fellowship, easy peasy, huh?
We had a really easy time with it. I mean, your threat was getting quite a bit up there. So I think taking the seat of Amenhen was definitely the way to go. Um,
Yeah, you lowered my threat at least, excuse me, by 6, I think.
yeah, but seeing that the seat of Amenhen actually being discarded, that was a tough break. Because that would have allowed her to remove one of the correct one of the burdens from the game, from the campaign pool.
Oh, the seat of seeing. Oh yeah. So if we go here, it lets us remove a card from the campaign pool, huh?
Yeah, and unfortunately, we ended up
It
discarding it.
Yeah. Well, it's completely random, right? Because I had the shuffle,
Yeah,
so it's just kind of random whether you even get this put into the game or not. Which, if it comes out, it's easy enough to do. It's only 6 progress to explore, even though it's immune to player card effects.
okay, and now we have a choice to make for the resolution. If fallen into evil is attached to to a hero, that hero um, add that list add that hero to the list of fallen heroes in the campaign log, which I believe we only have one dead hero.
Yep, it's Gandalf.
Yep. The first player chooses either Followed by Night or Ill Fate to be added to the encounter
All right.
to the
So
campaign.
here's followed by night. I'm trying to find ill fate. There it is. Wow, ill fate's kind of nasty, but
So is Followed by Night.
ooh man, yeah, ooh.
I think because we generally don't defend with allies. Um, Ill Fate's probably the safer one to get.
Yeah, I'm inclined because it's after a character is destroyed, not discarded from play or leaves play.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, we tend to have our heroes defend or mitigate attacks some other way. So I'd say ill fate is I think is what we'll add.
okay.
Because Fall by Night could really bite us, right? By
Yeah,
just getting an extra enemy when we don't plan for it. All right, so we'll
we'll add Ill Fate. So the next part is we have to select two heroes to be taken captive. Now,
that cannot be Aragorn or the Ring Bearer.
because of the fact I have played the Urukai before, I am suggesting that we just have Merry and Pippin become the captives.
Uh, plus how thematic is that, right?
Exactly. And
Um,
I've already got a thought of a deck I want to run in the Urukai, so
sure. Yeah, we'll have Merry and Pippin be taken captive.
okay. So join us next time where we face off against the Urukai.
Is there no other? There's no other boon cards?
We just get the ones that were picked up at the beginning, the Leafrap Lambus and the 3 Golden Hairs.
Okay, that's true. Well, we still have those, so we didn't have to use them.
Yep. So I've just updated my campaign log. So when we come, it's a very technical sheet. This campaign log.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Well, I've got it up on screen so people can actually see. It's just a
Oh, okay.
notepad.
I'll have to take a peek. I haven't actually looked at it. Um, okay. Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful game. We
Yeah.
we made it through again after all that trouble in Moria, so I feel pretty good.
Yes.
So,
You won't
so well,
like.
that completes this box, right?
Yes, it does, because the next box is the voice of. Is it the voice? No, it's not the voice of Isengard, because that's the deluxe expansion. Um, the
It's
Treason of Saruman.
Treason of Saruman and then Land of Shadow.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. So great. So thanks for joining us, everybody, and we will be picking up on our next live playthrough for the Saga campaign from Card Talk.
Have a good night, and thank you again to Gaitan for the tokens.